Hey there! In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can record a video and show it to your audience as if it were a webinar event. And with that, I mean a live webinar broadcasting in real time. Your audience will believe that they're attending a live webinar, whereas in fact they're merely watching a video you've previously recorded. To that effect, we're going to use this brand new automated webinar script. Alright, let's get started. This is the script's admin dashboard. Here you get to configure your own webinar as you wish. First of all, you get to select the webinar schedule, whether you want the webinar to take place every day, or on one specific date in the calendar, or to play recurrently on one specific day of the week, or to play recurrently multiple days of the week. Let's set it up to play every Monday and every Thursday. Then we get to select how many times per day is the webinar to be scheduled for. Let's say you want it to play twice, at 10 a.m. and then again at 7 p.m. That means that, as it stands so far, our webinar will play on Mondays at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. and also on Thursdays at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. By the way, all these times are set to Eastern Standard Time. Alright, next up we'll enter the topic for the webinar. For example, train your dog in 4 weeks. Then we're to enter the presenter's name, for example, Donald Duck. Down here we can enter a picture to make the webinar registration page look pretty. Simply browse through your hard drive for a suitable picture and the script will automatically resize it and embed it. Finally, enter a few lines of text explaining what the webinar is about. By the way, this is more or less what the webinar registration page will look like once we've fully configured the dashboard to our likings. Anyway, let's scroll down. Here we enter the URL of the recorded video your attendees are to watch once they log into the webinar room. Our script supports the main online video format, such as FLV and MOV and MP3, etc. You can even embed a YouTube video by simply copying and pasting the YouTube video URL. By the way, and please pay attention here because this is important, we wanted to reproduce the live feeling of a real webinar as accurately as possible, so we made it so the script will start playing the video at the appointed date and time. This means that if someone arrives late to the webinar, the video will not start playing from the beginning for him. Instead, the video will start playing for him at some point through the video. That creates a very real effect of attending an actual live event. Anyway, let's continue configuring the dashboard. At some point through the webinar, you will probably want to advertise a new product you might have released, or an affiliate offer you might be promoting, etc. Well, here is where we can do just that. You can have either a text link or an image link, such as a Buy Now button, for example, to appear below the webinar video window. I'm going to set it up to show you a Buy Now button image from my hard drive. And obviously, I enter the destination URL for that button. Here's another cool feature of our script. You can set the text link or the image link to pop up at one specific moment through the video. Let's imagine you don't want your attendees to see the Buy Now button from the very beginning. Instead, let's imagine you start promoting your product 15 minutes and 20 seconds into the webinar video. Well, you can configure the script to have that Buy Now button to pop in only when the video is 15 minutes and 20 seconds through. Isn't that smart? Down here, we've included a built-in list of fake attendees in order to make it look like there are plenty of people in the room. These are all English names, as you can see. Naomi Green, Ross Butler, Josh Johnson, etc. However, if you want to cater to other markets, such as the Spanish market or the Asian market, you can manually edit the list to enter, add, or remove any type of name of your choice. See how it works? And down here, again, you get a picture of what the webinar room will look like. Do you see this chat box here? If anyone enters a question through the webinar, the script will automatically forward those questions to your email, so you can answer them back if you wish. We obviously recommend you to address the questions sent in by your attendees. Here below, you will enter the email you want the script to forward those questions to, which should be obviously your own email address. Anyway, let's move on to another cool feature we've introduced into our webinar scripts, an automated email notification system. When someone registers to your webinar, he automatically enters a notification list that will notify him when the webinar he signed up for is about to start. Firstly, They will receive a welcome email immediately upon registering for the webinar. As you can see, we've included a template that you can obviously edit as you wish. But please don't edit those special commands here, because that's where the script will automatically insert the webinar topic or the webinar date, etc. Make sure to leave those command bits as they are, but you can edit the rest, no problem. Then there's another 2 emails that will be automatically sent 24 and 3 hours prior to the webinar, just to remind them that they should not make any plans ahead, because your webinar is going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and they certainly want to be there. Again, please make sure to leave the command line as they are. Finally, one last email will be sent 5 minutes prior to the webinar kicks off. Here, you should include the link to the webinar login page. Make sure to edit yourdomain.com with your actual domain name. So, 5 minutes before the webinar starts, your attendees will be notified that they should proceed to log into the webinar room. All right, we're done. We've configured our own automated webinar. All that's left to do is to click on the Generate Files button, which will extract all the necessary webinar files with our own personal configuration built into one zip file. Simply uncompress that zip file and you'll get a folder called Webinar, which you're to upload into your server. And that's it. You're finally ready to start driving traffic to your webinar. Don't worry if the configuration and installation process seem complicated. It's actually not. Once you sign up as a member, you will receive a full tutorial guide hand-holding you through the process in no time. Trust me, you will have it all configured, installed, and running within 5 minutes. Anyway, once the script is uploaded to your server, all you have to do is drive traffic to the webinar's registration page, which looks like this. This is, by the way, the very Train Your Dog in 4 Weeks webinar we've just configured. As you can see, the script automatically shows the immediate next day of the webinar is scheduled for as per your desired configuration. And down here, they get to choose whether they want to sign up for the 10 a.m. or the 7 p.m. session. Once they enter their name and email, they will be automatically enrolled into the email notification system, and they will begin receiving the email reminders. One 24 hours before the scheduled time, then another one 3 hours before, and finally another one 5 minutes before the webinar kicks off. In that last email, you will instruct them to visit the webinar login page, which is this one. Here they enter their name and surname, for example, Mickey Mouse. Then they'll be automatically forwarded to the live webinar room. If they log in a bit too early, this countdown will let them know that the webinar will start very shortly. As the countdown ticks away to 0, the actual broadcast room will pop up and the webinar video will start playing right away. As you can see, they cannot pause, rewind, or forward the video at all, so they won't know that it's not a real broadcasting window. Here on the left, we can see the attendees list, and if we scroll all the way to the bottom, each attendee will find his own name there. In this case, Mickey Mouse. That will create a truly live webinar effect. Again, no one will know that this webinar is not actually taking place in real time. By the way, the presenter's name as per our configuration, in this particular case, Donald Duck, will also appear at the very top of the list. And remember, if they log in late into the webinar room, or if they refresh this page on their internet browser, the video will not start again from the beginning. Down here is the chat box where they enter their name, email, and actual question. And you'll receive every entry in your own email address so you can answer them back if you wish. Down here is where the Buy Now button will pop up. We configured it to pop in once we're 15 minutes and 20 seconds through the video. Maybe I should have set it up to appear from the very beginning so you guys could actually see the button down here. But anyway, you get the idea. It will be automatically embedded in there. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's what the automated webinar script looks like, and that's how you can use it in order to transform a pre-recorded video into a seamlessly live event. Isn't that cool? Cheers, and thanks for watching.